On the carnivore diet, you should have close to unlimited energy. When it's done properly, it is an amazing way of eating that should really make you feel energized. The problem is that there are 4 very common mistakes that people are making to prevent them from feeling good. So in this video, I'm gonna break down those 4 mistakes and give you solutions for each. Mistake number 1 is not enough fat, under eating, or an improper fat to protein ratio. All of these fall under the category of under eating. If you're not eating enough fat on a carnivore diet when you've pulled out your carbs, which were your energy source, how will your body learn to use fat for fuel when it's not getting enough dietary fat? It is not an automatic switch, even if you have fat on your own body. We use that dietary fat, the saturated fat, to train the body to use fat for fuel. If you're under eating fat, you're sending a signal to your body that it does not have an efficient energy source. This puts the body in hibernation conservation mode. It downregulates hormones and thyroid. It could be that you're just under eating protein as well. You're just under eating overall. The carnivore diet is very satiating. You're probably eating more protein than you ever have, and that fat can be also very satiating. So for a lot of people, they're only eating 800 calories a day and they feel satiated, but they're also sending the signal to their body that it's literally in starvation mode. And it will downregulate things like leptin sensitivity. It will downregulate hormone production, thyroid production to compensate for that low amount of food. Improper fat to protein ratio falls under the same lines. If you are eating only 50 grams of protein per day, you're going to run into issues. Your hair will probably fall out. If you're eating more protein than fat, your body could be actually just converting that protein into glucose and never becoming fat adapted. These are all issues that fall under the category of under eating. Be sure that you're eating enough. The way to do this accurately is to track your macros. You don't have to do it forever, but download something like Carb Manager, MyFitnessPal, do it for 3 days just to track an average day of eating and be sure you're actually eating enough for your own body. I have other videos to dial in your fat to protein ratio, tracking macros, everything like that. Mistake number 2 is electrolyte imbalance, dehydration, or too much water. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, most people are not getting enough sodium. You've heard me talk about this before. I generally recommend 2.5 teaspoons of salt per day, which equates to 5 grams of sodium. When you go carnivore, cut out carbs, your insulin drops and you spill through sodium and electrolytes with that. You need to be replenishing them. If your insulin is lower, you're gonna be letting go of water and sodium and electrolytes at a more rapid rate. We need to be replenishing our electrolytes. Something else that can happen is you're drinking too much water. A lot of people feel like, I just can't get enough water. I'm constantly parched no matter how much I drink. I'm working with someone who is drinking around 200 ounces per day. The recommended amount of water for you is half of your body weight in ounces of water. If you're drinking more than that, then you're actually diluting your minerals and electrolytes, which leads to further dehydration. We need sodium, we need electrolytes. I love Salter Redmond Relight. I love regular salt. I put salt in my plain water. This is how I stay hydrated and balance my energy. We absolutely need adequate electrolytes. Were you outside playing? Cold out there? Yeah, let me put on your hat. The third reason is the wrong types of fat. So David here always gets priority saturated animal fats. Saturated animal fats are the type of fat that your body loves to use for fuel. If you're getting too many polyunsaturated fats, this type of fat is actually stored in your fat cells before it is released through fat burning. So if you want to use a very quick fuel source, you'll want to focus on saturated animal fats. This is going to be your fatty beef, fatty lamb, bison, goat, veal, elk, butter, ghee, tallow. These are the types of fats that your body loves to use for fuel. If you're not getting enough of these, your body might not even learn to use fat for fuel. The last reason is chronic stress or undereating or overtraining. I mentioned undereating as the first one, but if you're living a super stressful lifestyle, maybe it's a relational thing, maybe it's your job, maybe you just have really improper light exposure at night, poor circadian health. These are stressors to your body and that can completely inhibit your body's ability to learn how to use fat for fuel. This will tank your energy. Cortisol blunts fat oxidation. It blunts your ability to use fat for fuel. So managing your cortisol levels with proper light exposure, not too much blue light when the sun goes down. I have videos on circadian health, and managing your stress are going to be absolutely critical for you to feel good energy on this way of eating. Say bye.
Bye.
Good job. Good job. We'll look at it later. Be cute.